Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a quick, well, I don't know how quick it's going to be, sorry about that. It's going to be a what's sold and an October update. I haven't done a video like this in quite a few months. October, you can see my spreadsheet here. This is how I track all my sales. So you can see down here I have all the months, whatever. So here we're in October. I do have stars by the sales that I'm going to share, which I'm going to go through Vendu and share all that with you guys. But let's just start here. So I sold a total of 192 items. And my sale price between all the items was $3,770.97. You can see here what my shipping and fees and any promoted items or returns after all that. So my net profit turned out to be $2,380.02. For expenses, that's actually just my inventory that I spent in the month. So the way I keep track of everything is I'll just add up what I spent on inventory in the month, and that's how I track my cost of goods. So I was dealing with a lot of health stuff in October, so I did not get to do much thrifting, let's just say. So I only spent $109.26. October wasn't the greatest month for me, let me just say. It was definitely, if you watch my vlogs, you know, it was a battle. But anyways, so my net profit minus what I have spent on inventory, I'm just holding my mic, I hope that's not distracting, was $2,270.76. So for like how I was doing that month and everything, like I'm still really glad about that, because like I said, it was a really bad month, and to still have made over $2,000, I'm perfectly fine with that. I would have liked to make more, because like August and September were such good months. Well, not necessarily September, but August was a really good month, but it is what it is. Okay, so the sales I'm going to be sharing, they're all going to be $20 sales and over. I have a lot of sales here, and I'm not going to go through all of them. I have a lot of lower dollar sales. You can kind of see that in my spreadsheet. Oh, and then I wanted to share too, I sold 192 items. So my average sales price, if you calculate that through the sale price, it was $19.64 per item. But if we're using my net amount, which is the $2,380.02, my average sales price was $12.40. So very low. Definitely something that I do plan on working on in the future. We're just not there yet. I'm working at it, okay? So that's where we're at. Okay, so first off, we have this vintage Diane Marco vibrant retro colorful cable knit sweater, women's 22W42. I don't know, that's just how it's labeled. I actually listed this, so in the description I will always put the month and the year. So I listed this in May. So it didn't take too long to sell. I actually got this at a church sale. So I sold this on Depop for $51, and my profit was $44.29. So I think that's a pretty amazing sale. When I saw this, at the church sale, I was like, yeah, I think I paid like $2 for it. I'm like, I've got to have that. Next up, we have this Pendleton vintage wool plaid button-down shirt, a men's extra large. And then these are the keywords you can see that I used. I listed this in April of 25, so not too bad. I sold it on eBay for $39.75. That's with shipping and fees. So my profit on this was $27.63. And I got that probably at the bins, by the way. So I don't know exactly what I paid. Next up, we have this Club Fellow vintage alpaca wool sweater, men's medium, geometric, grandpa, old money. I listed this in June of 25. I sold it on Depop for $29.70, and I made a profit of $25.48, which I love. I love Depop. and they're low fees. It's amazing. It is literally, I love when I sell on Depop. Especially like higher dollar sales like this, because I sell a lot of lower dollar sales too on Depop, not gonna lie. But when I get something like this, so I got this. I don't know. I probably got it at the bins. I don't know. That's where a majority of my items come from. This is also from the bins. So it's the Sack, which is the brand, leather suede patchwork shoulder purse, bohemian retro boho indie, indio. Oh, I said indio. Okay, obviously I meant indie, I assume. So that was listed in September of 25. I sold it on eBay and I made a profit of $30.50. Um, so yeah, and this was just sitting in a bin, a picked over bin. So I was really happy to pick it up. And that's what it looks like. It's pretty cool looking, actually. My sister, when I was packaging it, she comes down, she goes, "Oh my gosh, that is the ugliest purse I've ever seen." I'm like, "No, it's not. It's not that bad. I think it's kind of cute. I don't know. I'm a little quirky, I guess. Weird like that. I like weird things, anyways. But um, next up, we have these Under Armour black fitted tapered leg sweatpants, men's extra large, lounge, cozy, athleisure, sold or listed in August of 2025. I do love to pick up a men's jogger. So I sold them for $31.40 on eBay, and I made a profit of $21.77. And again, this is another bins pickup, so pretty decent. And they're Under Armour, so don't sleep on Under Armour. Always, you can find good items, and men's joggers always seem to do well. Okay, and then this was a style-based, really exciting piece. This is Aeropostale Thermal Henley logo ribbed green long sleeve shirt, a women's large Y2K. And then I also put Fairy, Bella Swan, Elena Gilbert Classic. I listed this in October of 25, so obviously, great flip. I sold it on Depop for $25, and I made a profit of $21.42. I assumed it would sell on Depop. Yeah, so really exciting. I got this. I don't know, actually. Did I get this from the bins or a thrift store? I don't remember, but I'm happy about it. Okay, and then we have this Worthington. Let me move my cursor. Worthington genuine lambskin black leather jacket, women's large. I used Y2K punk. And then biker emo goth. I listed this in September of 25, so another quick flip. I sold it on Poshmark for $31, and I made $24.80 on that. And here's a better look at it. So, then we have this nude tag Skims wet jersey tank, Sienna tank bodysuit, women's extra large, neutral, Kim K. Listed in September of 25, and I sold it on Depop for 25, and I made a profit of 21.45. So I actually got this in a box from a girl here on YouTube. She actually has a channel, Russo Resells. Let me actually double check that. I want to make sure I get her name right. So her name is Russo Resells 1 on here on YouTube. She just started a channel. It looks like her first video was six days ago. No, it was not. Was it? No, I'm looking at the wrong part. So she's been on. She started 2 months ago. My bad. And she actually sent me a mystery box, and she sent me really good items. This is one of the items that came in it. But I highly suggest checking her out. She has a lot of reselling content, and I don't know, she's doing really good. I like her videos. Yeah, just go check her out. So that's where this came from. And then next up, I have this Anthropologie She and Sky pink tiered smocked flutter sleeve dress, women's medium. Okay, so here it is. Really pretty. I sold this on Poshmark for $25, and I made a profit of $20. I think this was just a style-based pickup. These are the keywords I use: ethereal, cottagecore, fairy. Listed in June of 25, so not a bad flip, actually, pretty quick. Okay, and then I have this ever pretty pink jeweled high-low chiffon dress, woman's 5XL, evening, Hoko prom. This is a good look at it, but here's like the actual photo. This was actually, I remember the jewel here was, it still had like the wrapper on it, so this was like brand new. I did list in February, but it's one of those dresses, like a bridesmaid's type of dress that it's gonna sit for a little while. So yeah, regardless, I sold it on eBay for 31.06 and I made a profit of 20.35. I got this at the bins. Okay, and then next up we have this Jeffrey Banks Couture 100% wool black pinstripe suit coat, men's 42 long, and I used preppy, so there it is, just a suit coat. And I listed in April of 25. I don't have a rhyme or reason for suit coats picking them up. I was picking them up here and there, and I've sold them here and there, but yeah, I don't know. This one just looked nice, and it took a little bit to sell, but I mean, it's still sold on Poshmark for $30. So I made a profit of 24. So I definitely would pick it up again if it was in front of me because I got it at the bins. Okay, and then next up we have this Sandy Starkman vintage patchwork knit tapestry quilted blazer jacket, women's large. I know my titles are so like they're hard to follow sometimes. But yeah, I've got all these keywords. I got fairy, cottage core, cottage, career, artsy, wacky, festival, outerwear, retro. And then sometimes I do know I like cottage core. Like I don't know that I would consider this actually cottage core. Um, I'm just like when I'm doing listings, sometimes it's like what comes to my head, and it might not be right. So don't judge. Um, and yeah, so whatever. So regardless, I had other ones in there that I think sold it. It was listed in March of 25. I sold it on eBay for 36.05 and I made a profit of $23.07. And that I assume was a bins pickup, if not a church sale. Okay, this is a Tivoli blazer cardigan, women's large, art to wear, preppy, classic, old money, classic. Um, and then I use like professional, career, business, office. I listed this in May of 25. So here it is. It was very like just, I don't know, like it was in great condition and just like, I don't know what the right word for this is, but if luxurious, I don't know. It just felt very, very richy. I don't know. But anyways, I sold it on Face or eBay for 41.56 and I made a profit of $29.50 on that. Then we have this Prana stripe paisley pearl snap button down long sleeve shirt, a men's small. I'm actually kind of surprised this sold for over $20. This is what it looks like. I listed in June of 25. I use like Western cowboy casual stuff. So I sold on eBay for 31.01 and I made a profit of 21.01. So yeah, I would totally pick up. I do pick up Prana always, but yeah, I guess maybe men's Prana does better. Because I pick up Prana, but like I don't usually sell it for that much, so that was exciting to flip it like that, and I got that at the bins. Okay, sorry, my sister keeps trying to call me, and it's like because I'm using my MacBook, and then I have an iPhone, so they're connected, so it keeps like ringing on my. I gotta figure out how to not have that happen. Okay, so next up we have this men's outdoor button-down fleece lined denim shirt jacket, men's extra large Western chore. Here's a better look at it. I got this at the bins. I listed in June of 25. I sold on eBay for $36.10 and made a profit of $25.20. This is definitely a good pickup for like this time of year, like the chore, the outdoors, the fall time. For all those hardworking men. Okay, then next up, we have a Depop sale. Yes, I figured. Okay, so this is Old Navy striped Y2K baby doll t-shirt, women's medium. I use Bella Swan Grunge Classic. This was obviously a style-based pickup. It's from Vanity. No, Old Navy. What am I talking about? It's from Old Navy. So I listed this in October 25, and it still sold in October on Depop for $24.95. I made a profit of $21.48. Actually, I don't know if it sold for the 24. I might have actually been 25. I might have not put that in right. But yeah, I love to pick up these style-based pieces. They sell so well on Depop. And I got it at the bins. Did I say that? Okay, and then these are some Yamaha black snowmobile snow bibs with suspenders, us women's size 10. These are my old ones. So my ex and I used to have snowmobiles. Not Willie, but my ex before Willie. Far before Blaine was ever even thought of. We had snowmobiles, so I have a snowmobile jacket, a helmet. I'm trying to sell this helmet too, and these suspenders. And or these bibs. I've had these forever, and I'm like, I just gotta get rid of these. I'm never gonna snowmobile again. I didn't, because I sold my snowmobile a long time ago. But I sold on Poshmark for $40, and I made 32. There was some wear on the bottom here, but yeah, these are really expensive. These things are expensive, by the way. This is what they look like. I think these are like $200 snow pants. So this person got a really good deal, let's just say. Okay, and then next up we have this Smoke Rise black cargo jogger pants, men's large, grunge, tactical, military, urban. And I listed this in September, and here they are. They've got like the zippers and just kind of cool looking. Streetwear, urban are some more keywords I used. I sold these on eBay for $33.17, and I made a profit of $21.81. I got these at the bins. I just kind of went on a whim, or no, I think I pulled them out, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna actually look up comps on these, because yeah, here's the logo, and comps looked good, and good thing I got them because I made over $20, and my goal is like over $20 profit on an item. Okay, and lastly, we have this Mountain Hardwear Tuja soft shell Sherpa lined trench coat, a woman's medium, outdoor. I also use cozy, gorecore, grunge, mob wife, casual, streetwear, urban. Listed this in April of 25, and I sold on eBay for $35.96, and I made a profit of $21.37. So not like a ton, because obviously like it is a heavier item, so I did, because I got it at the bins, I did maybe pay a little more, but I still would pick it up. To me it's a good flip, because I couldn't have paid more than $5. So it's whatever. Okay, so that is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to leave me a comment, if you've made it to the end of the video, leave me a money symbol. It's been a little while since I've done a video like this, and I haven't ever done it in this format, so I hope you guys enjoy this. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Anyways, let me know how your October sales went. How are your November sales going? And yeah, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.